Okay, so yesterday, or the last video, I tried to explain to you how this word got on the tongues of these people. I want to elaborate a little more before I go into what I have to say today. This is a place, and they came from a place. Okay, the place that they say these people came from, the Caucasus Mountain, whatever. Okay, but they are a people. This is a place, and the people there are a people. They are not Nigerians. Okay, even though this word might sound like Niger, okay, Nigerians come from Nigeria. This place, if you put a S on it, is the only way you could call it a people. You understand? It's not like Florida. You call Floridians from you call people from Florida Floridians. This place there is no idians on the end. It's just a S. So they become niggers or Nigers, whichever way you want to pronounce the word. But the word has been distorted for hundreds of years. It's been said wrong. My message to you today is very important because it reflects what's happening in this country today. In the 1600s, before this country became a country, before America became America, the United States, or whatever you want to call it, these two groups of people were like this. They were poor farmers, workers, and they wanted more from their government. This guy down here, Nathaniel Bacon, started a rebellion. The rebellion brought together these two groups. But what's so funny about it is that at the end of the rebellion, because Nathaniel Bacon died, okay, he didn't get killed during the rebellion. The rebellion didn't last long. It got crushed by the military, whatever. But he passed away. But when this uprising happened, it was so devastating that the powers that be in Great Britain and wherever vowed to never, never, never let these two groups come together again. I'm going to tell you where you can find this truth that people normally don't even look. You would never look. If I don't bring this to you right now, you would have never known what I'm about to tell you. Okay? The government said, I'm going to get this information for you right here. I'm going to get it for you. Okay. I'm going to read this to you. Let me put my glasses up. Okay? The ruling class vowed to never allow cross-class again, cross-racial unity among the poor again, and the system of race-based slavery and stricter social control grew directly out of fear. Not the fear of the people, but of the people that's higher, the people in power. Okay? Instead of indentured servants, it turned into slavery, because the people, the niggers wasn't slaves yet until after this rebellion. In the 1700s, when they made these laws, like the Constitution and all of that, they put in there laws against these people. Okay, they helped these people. They gave them land and opportunity just so they could turn on us, so we wouldn't come together. And they developed racism Racism was not a thing. We were just people from different places. This guy right here, Governor Will Berkeley, was the governor of Jamestown. Okay? Let me make sure you understand this. Okay? He was the governor of Jamestown, and the rebellion burnt this place down. Okay? His part was he was like Trump. He did everything for the wealthy people. Everything for the wealthy people and nothing for the poor. That's what caused the rebellion. Back then, he was considered like a president because there was no presidents yet. So he was the president of this community, city, whatever you want to call it. And they uprose against him. He called for help. So when the British sent the soldiers, they disbanded the rebellion and he won. But what he did was like Trump is doing right now, serving the rich, everything for the rich. But I want to tell you that Trump is just a pawn. And everybody is focused on him and away from what the real issue is. The reason you see racism so strong in our streets right now is because they're using Trump as a pawn to do, they're using Trump as a pawn to push that agenda. It really started when the Trayvon Martin shooting happened, the Ahmaud Arbery killing, the police shootings of George Floyd. These two groups of people came together and shut down highways across America. They shut down. Together, they showed their power. Together, these two groups of people showed their powers and shut down highways, shut down everything. People didn't go to work. People didn't do nothing because they wanted justice for a reason. But as long as these people sat on the sideline and it was just these people's voices, if they didn't care. Okay, they didn't care. And it was happening on a regular basis because it was shooting after shooting after shooting. So now these people are coming together more regularly. So they was like, listen, okay, we can't afford for this to happen again because the last time it happened in the rebellion, they shut the whole thing down again. And these people vowed to never let that happen again. So in come January 6th. When January 6th happened, what that was the introduction to this new racism. See, a lot of people call these people racist, but it's in all actuality, yes, and don't get me wrong, yes, things did happen to slaves. Yes, we did go through it. Yes, we do. We are treated wrong in this country, but you have to remember why we are treated wrong. This came down, this attitude got passed down through centuries. And some people don't know how to let stuff go. Some people, not all, but the Caucasian, the majority of them don't consider themselves Caucasian. They call themselves white. Okay? So if this guy calls me a nigger, what's wrong with me calling him a Caucasian back? There's no fighting. There's no fist throwing. There's no hate. Just call him a Caucasian. He called you what you are. He might have said it with hateful words like, I hate you, nigga, nigga, go back to. But he called you what you really are. You just don't know that that's what you are because you've been told that that's a bad word. So the answer to his calling you a nigger is you calling him a Caucasian. Not a cracker, not a hunky, not none of these derogatory statements, nothing. Because every time you do that, you put a bigger bridge between the two. It's not just these people out here spitting racial rhetoric. It's the niggas too. Because they've been guided by like people that want to be separate. A lot of Caucasians and niggers believe in separatism. Oh, we shouldn't mix, or and the blame game comes. You did this to my people, and you did this to my people, and you, okay, it's a fact that Caucasians did do a lot to these people. But racism only serves to keep that bridge broken between the two. Because if you come together, nothing can stop you. That's how powerful these two groups are together. It's proven. If you want to see it, go to ChatGPT and type in Nathaniel Bacon's rebellion and ask what the end result was of that rebellion. And you'll read it for yourself. It says it right here. How many people even knew to look there? They do not want Caucasians and niggers to come together in this country. And as long as you feed the rhetoric of racism, it's never going to happen. You can march all day long and say this was wrong, but show real unity. I'm not telling you to get together and burn stuff down like it happened in Jamestown. No, I'm not doing that. But what I'm trying to tell you is if you just freeze and stop, just stop everything. Listen to this post. Just freeze and stop. And everything that you've been taught, put it to the side and just listen to what I'm telling you. Everybody know that being divided makes you weak. It makes you weak. These people are divided in this country. And the reason that so much happens to them because they're being divided has made them weak. Okay, that's just a fact. That's just a fact. I'm sorry. Everybody, again, I'm going to say it again. Yes, at the hands of the Caucasian in this country, we have been dealt some devastating blows. But when you turn on your TV and you watch the world as it goes, who kills more of these people? These people do. The ultimate act of hate is murder. Who murders more niggas than niggas? You put a spotlight on the cops when they shoot a nigga. It's wrong. And you say, oh, they're racist and da-da-da. So what are you as a nigga if you kill niggas? What are you? Caucasians kill Caucasians. So what my message is today is stop and think. If you want change, the first thing you have to do is come together, these two groups. And this is I'm not forgetting all the other groups out there. You notice one thing I don't say race. Because it's only one race on this earth, and that's the race of people. We're humans. But these are groups of people. The skin color is only it's only difference in shades of color. But we're all just one race. But you've been told so much about the color of your skin, and it separates you. It separates you. Why? You know for a fact that if I get cut in the chest and you get cut in the chest, you're going to see the same thing. The only difference is the color outside. You know this. I'm going to give you an example of how you should see it instead of seeing it like my color is and your color are different, so we're different. And how the brain works. You know for a fact that a bullet can go through your hand. You know for a fact a bullet can go through your hand. But as soon as somebody put a gun up in your face, the first thing you do is throw up your hand like it can stop the bullet. It cannot stop the bullet. That's just the way your mind reacts to things. even though you know for a fact that that's wrong. You can't stop a bullet with you putting your hand up. You know for a fact that we're all human beings, but the way your mind works, because the things you've been taught, is you see us differently. We are not different. We just have different shades of skin. That's it. Man, the lesson that I have for you tomorrow, when you watch these videos, they're information purposes only. Okay, no, I'm not a scholar. I'm not none of that. I'm just Rue from Jersey. Shout out to everybody that watch my videos. I'm gonna post another one soon, and we're gonna go a little bit past this to something else. Whenever you log in or watch me, I'm gonna always have something that's going to challenge your mind, to challenge your thinking. Remember, have an open mind when you watch my videos. Okay? Have an open mind when you watch my videos. There's no hate on this channel. There's no hate in these videos. None. You don't get blessed by hating. Remember that. Okay, so the topics that I speak on might be controversial. Controversial. People might not agree. Oh man, you hear where no, just listen. Sometimes that's all it takes. See you on my next post.